Hey guys, Dr. Barker here of drchrisbarker.com, Health Made Simple. And today I want to talk to you about the top 8 foods to combat Candida naturally. And are you someone that has, trouble losing excess belly fat? You feel like you're always bloated? Or after you eat a big meal, you start getting cramps and digestive system problems? Also, when you're, in the bathroom, if you look in the mirror, is your tongue coated white? If so, chances are you may be suffering from a condition called candidiasis, which is a fungal overgrowth from the yeast infection Candida. Now, what the heck is Candida? It's actually a normal microorganism. It lives in everyone's gut, and under normal condition, it's very beneficial. It aids in nutrition absorption, proper digestion. But what happens is, as the pH of your gut and digestive system becomes more acidic, it kills the good bacteria and allows this fungus and yeast to overgrow the area. So how does this happen? The most common culprit is long-term antibiotic use. And guys, antibiotics are amazing. They kill the bad bacteria, no questions about it. The problem is it also acts as like a grenade. It kills all the good bacteria as well, allowing now for this yeast and these infections to kind of come in and overtake the area. So if you are on antibiotics, please start to get these foods into your diet so this will not happen. Also things like birth control, chronic stress, diabetes, and a diet that's very high in sugar, all of this will contribute to this yeast and fungus overgrowth. So, a recent study actually in Germany found that 70% of all people suffer with this to some degree, and it was crazy. They actually showed this in the human body that this fungus infection, when it's left unchecked, sends these branches out, and these branches plunge into the intestine lining, essentially boring a hole in it, and now acts as a direct port, pouring different toxins and different chemicals directly into the bloodstream. So I know, kind of gross, don't freak out. We're going to show you today how we can not only stop the fungus from growing, but how to pump probiotics and good bacteria back into your system. So let's hop right into it. So the first food to battle Candida is turmeric. Now you can get this at Publix or the grocery store. It's everywhere. One of the most powerful anti-inflammatory and antifungal basically food out on the market, and it destroys fungus and yeast in its track. Now, important thing to know though about this is you can sprinkle it on your food. It's very simple and easy to do, but is the #1 thing to start to combat and kill this yeast infection before it becomes, rampant in your system. So sprinkle turmeric onto everything. The next one is, you heard this back in the day about warding off vampires, but it also wards off Candida and yeast. This garlic has a powerful compound in it called allicin, which is antifungal, antiviral, antibacterial, and it's found in the most concentration in this actual garlic. Now, the amazing thing about this is a natural antibiotic. The good thing though is it doesn't kill all the good bacteria, all the flora. Important thing to know though is make sure you crush it up. You can ingest it, you can put it in teas and drinks, but garlic is going to combat this infection at a very high level. The third one to combat Candida is coconut oil. Now make sure it's, cold pressed and organic, meaning that it's not heat up at high levels and destroying the nutrients. But the reason this works is because it has 3 different fatty acids in it: caprylic, capric, and lauric acid, which is the highest in antifungal, antiviral, and antibacterial properties. It is absolutely amazing. It will stop Candida in its tracks. 3 ways to ingest it. You can either cook with it. You can, which I like to do, take a tablespoon or teaspoon, 2 to 3 of those a day, or you can do something called oil pulling. And I have a whole video on that. Watch that, how to do that. But coconut oil, absolutely amazing. Next one, Greek yogurt. Now, Greek yogurt is not only going to give you the protein for energy you need to kind of battle these infections, but it is loaded with healthy bacteria and live cultures of enzymes, which is going to give you the good bacteria your body needs to overcome this It's basically an attack on your body. One thing to know though is please, when you get these yogurts, make sure they're not flavored. You want plain white Greek yogurt. The problem is the flavors are loaded with sugar, and these funguses and yeasts, they strive and thrive on sugar. So make sure that it is not a flavored blend, but yogurt is absolutely amazing for life cultures. The next one is apple cider vinegar, and there's so many health benefits on apple cider vinegar, but for specifically to battle Candida, there's 3 amazing things it does. It detoxifies your liver, it aids in proper digestion, and the amazing thing is it helps filter out your kidneys. So what this is doing is helping remove all the toxins from all the 79 byproducts that this fungus is ingesting and pushing into your system. Also too is kind of hard to see, but it's loaded with good enzymes, good bacteria. Take about a rolling capful, 1 to 2 capfuls, spritz lemon on it for an added immune boost, but that apple cider vinegar. Next one, essential oils. Specifically though, peppermint. Now peppermint, if you remember as a kid, you just smell that, it's an amazing, it wakes you up, but it is filled with antibacterial and antimicrobial markers. Now, the thing about this is you want to put 1 to 2 drops in a small amount of water and use it as an antibacterial, antifungal mouthwash. You just, swish it in your mouth, do what you would normally do, in the bathroom. Do that, swish that around for a minute or so, spit that out. Really gonna help with something called thrush. Now, if you see, on this image, your tongue should be white and pink. That image you see that's clear white, that means that that infection is systemic. It's not only, in your, gut and your colon and things like that, but it's also now in your mouth. Oil will really help start to eliminate that. Also try clove and also try lemongrass oil, have been shown to be antibacterial, antiviral. So essential oils. Last one is you wanna use things that are rich in probiotics. So you want fermented foods, things like kefir, kimchi, sauerkraut, and my personal favorite, no, this is not alcohol. This is something called kombucha. All of these are in the fermented family. They are loaded with proper probiotics and different enzymes you need. Now, it's important to know that your intestine lining is kind of like, parking spots, real estate. If all the bad bacteria, all the good bacteria is gone, the bad bacteria has a space and can get in there. But if you are loading your gut with good bacteria, good probiotics, there's no spaces for the bad bacteria to overgrow. So gotta get these rich foods and enzymes and probiotics. Also too, you can take probiotics. It's also a very powerful way to get that in your system, but fermented foods. And the last one, it's not a food, but it's something to avoid, is sugar. Yeast, fungus, candida, all of them strive and thrive on sugar. It's kind of like a car. If we wanted to drive our car down the road and had no gas, you're not going to go anywhere. It's the same way with sugar with these infections. They need the sugar, the acidic environment to overgrow and to survive. So if you cut it off at its source and add these foods, you're gonna watch a drastic change in your health. So again, I encourage you, start to add these slowly and let me know any way I can help you guys. Have an awesome day.